Hi there everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Emma and I write contemporary romances, usually sometimes Regency romances as well, and I will have some news about that very soon. Today I wanted to chat with my friend Ella. Basically, I wanted to catch up with her anyway because she's been doing some really interesting stuff, and I thought I'm just going to film it because you guys will find it really interesting as well. So I really love it when I see authors trying out new things, going in different directions, especially because of what we have available to us now, which we didn't have even 10 years ago in terms of being able to do our own audiobooks, self-publishing our books so easily, even for somebody like me who is not tech savvy at all. So I've known Ella for quite a few years now, and you've definitely transformed what you have done over those years. So you did start off writing contemporary romance, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. I wrote 5 contemporary romances to begin with, like a cozy crime thing.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about what you said earlier today, that you could not have done self-publishing when I started out. Back then, you were still sending out stuff in the post.
Yes, yeah, I
Self-publishing.
remember. Not romance novels for me, but children's picture books. I remember sending them off in the post. And people who did self-publish, of course, you had to order like 1,000 copies of your book and pay for that and have them in your sitting room.
Yeah.
You know,
It's completely changed, and it's not that long. I haven't been doing it that long. Within the last 10 years, I'd say.
Yeah, it has. It's changed so rapidly. And so, yeah, you started off with contemporaries, and then I don't like to completely take the credit for you then moving on to historical romance. But if you remember, I was sat next to you at the conference when we went to the talk by Mills and Boon. And you disappeared, I believe, off up to your room afterwards and basically like came up with an idea for your first historical romance.
Yes, that's right. I did. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I had been
Basically,
thinking about it in my mind, but I hadn't. As you say, we were at the conference and they were sort of talking about what they wanted, and I thought, I've got this idea that will fit with that. And yeah, right. I did go up to my room and I did outline it. Of course, you've got an amazing memory, because that was again
basically down to me.
Yeah, that was about what, 7 years ago, I think.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, it was medieval, wasn't it? The first series that you do. Do you still write medievals, or have you completely stopped with those and moved over to Regencies, which is what I'm really wanting to talk to you about today?
So I've got a medieval coming up next week, and that's my last medieval for a while. Yeah, so that was what I went with that one. I knew it was going to be my last one, and I went full on alpha male hero, proper male, alpha male. So it was quite a lot of fun to write. And it's set in France because I wanted to do. They're quite popular in France, and medieval romances, and it's kind of like an English baron who's come over to France with the king, who's sort of waging war on France, and this French woman saves him because he's become a captive. Yeah, it's just really good fun to write, especially knowing that was probably going to be my last one for quite a long time, I think.
Yeah,
because looking at my head and schedule.
I am right, aren't I, that Mills and Boon Historical is no more now?
That's right. Yeah. Well, they're not commissioning anymore on the line.
Yeah.
So they're publishing books for another couple of years. So if you've been commissioned, I've still got more on my contract to fulfill for them.
Right.
But again, it's Regency, not medieval. They stopped medieval a couple of years ago.
So what made you move over to Regency? Because I know you were very happy writing medievals, and I remember you saying that because there's not that many writers writing them, it's like a little cool kind of medieval club that you had going.
Yeah. Well, again, it was at a conference, not the one that we. I don't think you were there for this particular conference.
Oh,
It
it must
was
have been rubbish then.
it was a romantic novelist one.
Mhm.
But it was Carrie Elks gave a talk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She does self-publishing, and she talked about her self-publishing business. And I went home and I sort of spoke to my husband and said, I'd really like to give this a go, and I've got this idea for a Regency series. And at that time, I wasn't writing Regency for Mills and Boon, and I thought, well, it's not. I'm not competing against myself if I write Regency for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of where that started. He was really supportive, and so that's why I made the change. But then Mills and Boon did say they wanted Regency from me, so I've done a few for them as well.
Sure. So what was it about self-publishing that appealed to you? Because I've done self-publishing before, and it's so much hard work. It is so much hard work.
It is a hard work, yeah.
Yeah, it really, really is. And I guess because you've already had books out, so you have an audience to a certain extent, although, you know, you were writing a different type of historical romance, I guess, but you will have readers who will naturally buy one of your books because you're writing one now. So that does make a difference than somebody who's just starting out, but still, yeah, just so much extra work.
Yeah, it is. But I did work in publishing beforehand. So my first, well, I worked in publishing for about 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of had an idea of the process anyway.
Right.
So I actually don't find it that hard. It is more work, but and as you say, when you write for an editor, you just hand it over to them, don't you? And then you get the structural edits back, and you do the structural edits, and then or developmental edits or whatever you want to call them, and then they and then they deal with everything else, don't they? They deal with the packaging and everything.
It's lovely. It's lovely. I love that. I love that, handing it over, and then it just comes back as a beautiful book.
It does come back as a beautiful book. And yes, there is that excitement. You open the box and you haven't seen it, and then it's there, isn't it? And that is lovely. But the things that I really like about self-publishing is you can decide the direction you want it to go.
Mm-hmm.
So if I wanted it to go in a certain way, I really wanted to write the series about 4 brothers. I had a really clear thing in my mind, and I really wanted them to have specific I don't know how to say it, but like Freddie, my first hero, is dyslexic, and it was really important to me that dyslexia was represented, and I don't know that Mills and Boon would have been as supportive. And I wanted some Mills and Boon books that they are very strict about the word count. You can't go over.
Yes, very strict about the word count, and also there are so many things that you can't go. There are rules, aren't there? They have quite strict rules that you need to stick to if you're writing.
Yes, there are beats that you need to make in the book, and I didn't think they would. I didn't think this was right for them, and book 2, the hero has anxiety. Again, it was something that I really wanted to sort of explore, and again, I didn't feel it was right for a Mills and Boon book. But it is a big leap of faith, isn't it? It's completely different because you've got to put the money behind it. Which is
So what is your process? I mean, your covers look absolutely fantastic. I've been seeing you sharing them on Instagram and things, and they look so good. So presumably you have a cover designer that you've been using for the whole series.
Yeah, she is amazing. She Jane Smith is her name. Absolutely phenomenal. She's amazing. I can't take any credit at all. But actually, my husband has been really supportive, and he has taken on, because I'm not very good, I'm not very artistic. So he has taken on that. He liaises with the designer. I don't do anything to do with it. I tell him, what the characters look like, and he sifts through so many photographs.
Oh, bless him. I kind of love the idea. I love the idea of him going back and like, okay, we need this hero to be more muscly. Okay.
He'll go on these websites and he says, why does this guy keep taking his top off? Can he just stay with his shirt on?
And you're like, I can't imagine. Let me see.
So yeah, I mean, he spends so much time. He goes through them and then he'll sort of collate them and say, which ones do you think? And then we'll whittle it down to about 3. And then he'll send it off to the designer and he sort of says it's set in. So if I can show you, this is Christopher's story. This is book 3. And he says, well, it's set in spring, so we want blossom in the background. And they've got dark hair, so can you change the hair color? And then she goes away and she produces that. And it's just so lovely.
They are really, really good covers. And is there anything more annoying than when they get the heroine or the hero's hair color wrong on the front of the book? It's so annoying. Why?
It is really irritating because you spend quite a lot of time having to fill in a form saying what they look like and what they wear and describe a scene. I don't know whether you have to do that for yours as well. Describe a scene, and then it comes back and you think, well, who are these people? They do nothing. Who are these
people? These aren't right. These aren't the characters that I have been with for however many months. So, what about the editing process that you now have for your self-published book?
So I've got 2 beta readers. So instead of sending it off to an editor for a structural developmental edit, or structural edit is what they call it in Mills Moon, I get them to read it and then they flag up. One lady, she's brilliant with getting the titles right. In fact, she contacted me because she basically said, I don't want you to mess it up. So she was a reader. She read a lot of my medieval stuff.
Right.
So then she came on board and she's so generous with her time because she'll mark it up, and it'll be quite extensive. I'm so grateful to her. And then I've got another one who sort of like looks more like grammar and says, oh, does this make sense? Or this sentence is wrong. And then once I've had a look at that, then I don't know if you know Susan. How to pronounce the surname? Cannon, maybe?
I don't think so.
She's an RNA member. She proofed when I was the editor for the RNA magazine.
Yeah.
She was the proofreader, and I knew her, so I knew how good she was at spotting all the errors that were crept in. So I asked her if she would, and I know that one of her things, she writes, but she's also an editor.
Right.
And I sent it over to her, and again, I get that back. I think, oh my goodness, I'm illiterate. So many changes in this. But she is absolutely brilliant, and she will she'll read it a few times. She'll edit it, I'll change it, she'll edit it again and then again until it's
wonderful.
Right, it's okay.
And
she's really good.
Oh, brilliant. And then how did you decide what platforms you were going to put it on? Are you in Kindle Unlimited, or have you gone wide with the distribution?
So we only use Amazon. This is our first go. We weren't quite sure, what to do. So yeah, we've gone into Kindle Unlimited and KDP Select only, I think, but I'm not sure that if you can print it, can't you now? As long as you don't have the ebook anyway, you can have. You can get it printed elsewhere and have it available on Amazon as a paperback or whatever, and still be in the Kindle Unlimited, which is amazing for the page reads. Oh, it's absolutely fantastic.
I mean, you make more from the page reads if somebody reads your whole book than you do if they buy the ebook, definitely.
Yes, so it's absolutely incredible. And also so exciting. I don't know whether you find this. I'm like refreshing it, like, oh my gosh, it's coming
out. Sometimes read my book again. Yeah, absolutely.
I just love that. I really love that. So that's another plus, isn't it? You can actually see it in real time. Daily you can see how many people are buying it, how many people are reading it, which ones they're reading the most of, and the breakdown of where in the world they're reading it. I really I really enjoy that.
Mhm.
What was I was going to say something about? Oh yeah, so at the moment it's just Kindle, but I think with the next series that I'm going to do, we'll go white. I'll keep it in Kindle Unlimited, but have it be printed elsewhere. To buy some ISBNs, haven't you? They're expensive.
Yes, you need to buy, like, to make it reasonable, you need to buy like 500 or something to make it reasonable for each one. I have a lot of ISBNs at my disposal. I mean, it would be wonderful if I could use them all in my lifetime, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen.
Oh, I know. What do you do with them when you don't? If you think, I don't need this, can you give them back?
No, they're just yours, and it's not even because they're registered to you. So it's not even like I could say to you, "Oh, Ella, here you need some ISBNs. Here, I have 10 of mine," because they're registered to
your name.
to, like, to my publishing company, if you like.
Yes, okay.
Or I guess you can do them to your name. Have you thought about doing special editions? Because I know that sometimes self-published authors get very excited about doing their special editions.
I haven't. Literally all I've done is KDP and Kindle Unlimited. That's all I've done so far.
I love the way you say that. The only thing I've done. You have written and self-published an entire series, which is so good that one of them is shortlisted for one of the Romantic Novelists Association's awards.
Oh yes, that was really exciting.
Yeah, there's no all you've done.
All I've done. Yeah. No, I'd love to do a special edition and stuff like that, but I haven't yet.
Yeah, it would be cool. But the hardbacks that you can now do on Amazon are really, really good quality as well. If you did think about doing a hardback one, yeah, they're lovely. And they don't have the stupid dust covers, which just annoy me. They're just lovely hardback books, you know, with your gorgeous cover on them. Yeah, definitely look into that.
I think I'll look into that then.
Yeah. Yeah, because romance readers, they just love it. We all want like the beautiful books lined up on our bookshelves, don't we? Special editions, and they've got the coloured edges and things.
I love a coloured edge.
Yeah,
I'm for a coloured edge.
I'm an absolute sucker for it. I'm like, yeah, I'll buy that. I'll take it in all the colours available. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you already have another series that you're planning out?
Yes.
Self-published. That is amazing.
Yeah, self-published one. Yeah. So I've got to get it to the Susan in August. That's my plan. So it's going to follow. It's going to be linked because I've talked about this family. They appear in they appear in quite a few of my books. So in Christopher's book, which is the one that I just showed you, the heroine is in. The hero and the heroine meet in this house called the family is called the Beauvalet family, and then in the next one, book 4, which isn't out yet, it's coming out in July, the hero of that, the Duke, gets a bit jealous because I'm not sure how to say it. Marquis.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
We'll
go with whatever. Yeah.
He's flirting with the heroine of book 4, and so he's kind of introduced. He doesn't have a speaking role, but that's going to be my new family. But they come from one of my favorite medieval books, and they're that I wrote for Mills and Boon. And the idea is that they're the generation like 400 years on.
Yeah. Oh, how fun!
Yeah, I thought that would be a bit fun.
Yeah. So how many books are you having out a year now? Because it seems like a lot.
It does feel like a lot now that I've said it.
What's your secret? It's my next.
I think this year, though, it's 4. Yeah, 4. I've had one out already, then I've got one out next week, one out in July. Oh, and then a Christmas one with Mills and Boon, a Christmas Regency one. And then maybe another one, so possibly 5, but definitely 4.
But how do you manage to write that many words?
I don't really have much of a life.
You work, you have a family, you have masses of things going on in your life.
Yeah, I think
I need your secrets.
Well, on a Friday, Fridays are my writing day. So I write all day, and then you've got kids as well. When you're driving them somewhere, you've got to sit outside and wait there right then. Just writing whenever I can, really.
Do you have like a set daily word count or anything like that, or is it just whatever you can get done?
It really depends. I think if I've got a word, because Mills and Boon are a set word count, aren't they? So I know how much I've got to write in order to meet the deadline. So that could be like 2,000 words a day. If I allow myself enough time. But with the self-publishing ones, they're done when they're done. It's not
right.
Yeah. So I do try and do 1,000 words a day, I would say.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's more, sometimes it's a lot less. Sometimes it can be 10.
Are you really enjoying setting your own deadlines for things for a few years?
I think that's another thing. Yeah, that's another thing. Another thing that I really enjoy is my husband doing the, he goes through the project, the covers, but he also does a lot of the other things. So it's kind of, we're kind of a little bit as a team.
Right.
It's more of a team effort, whereas with the other stuff, it's kind of like it's just me.
Yeah.
So he's obviously it's exciting when a book comes in, but when it's a book that we've both been working on a bit, even though it's more exciting, it's more of a team effort.
Yeah. Well, that's nice. That's nice. No, it's just like amazing. You are ridiculously productive and getting all the words out, and I aspire to write as much as you do.
Oh, thank you.
So on your day off today, well, your writing day, we won't call it a day off, we'll call it a writing day. Like, is that like an 1,000-word day, or would you, because that is your writing day, do you hope to get
on
more?
A writing day? My aim would be between 5,000 and 10,000 words. But today it's been pretty slow, I have to say. I've only done 3,000.
I don't think I've ever written that much in a day.
I think I'm not saying it's good, mind, but I just kind of think, right, I've got to get through it. So yeah, just write
That's
a
what
lot.
you want to do. No, very admirable. Very, very impressed. Yeah. Well, I'm going to let you get back to your writing day now, because I do appreciate that I have hijacked your time somewhat, but I am glad that we've been able to do this, because it had to be put off for a little while, but it's great that we have managed to. If you are a fan of Regency romance, do make sure that you check out Ella's books, because they are fantastic, and I will put some links down in the description below, as well as anything else that you would like readers to know where they can find you, your website and everything like that. You'll send it over and I will get it all down there. Yeah, I don't think ever be as awesome as you. I'm going to be honest when it comes to the outpouring of words, but it's always, I don't know, I always feel good after speaking to you, because it's like you're just doing it. You're just there and you're just like writing the awesome books and making it happen. And I like that.
Thank you.
I like that. Awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much for giving up your time today. And I hope that everybody enjoyed this. And yeah, you can just, please don't ever feel that when you're a writer that you are stuck on one path, I think is really the reason that I was wanting to record this today. There are so many options open to authors now, and like, look into them, and ideally get yourself a helpful husband who can maybe do the stuff that either you're not so good at or that you don't really enjoy. Perhaps that's the real takeaway from today. Okay, well, if you have enjoyed our conversation, then please make sure that you boop that like button and subscribe if you're not already, because we have a lot of fun on this channel, and I will catch you in the next one. Make sure that you go and check Ella's books out soon. Bye for now.